Hey, what's up? What's going on? Would everyone please like the video and subscribe? It'd be greatly appreciated. Today we're going to talk about the first family of hip hop, season 1, episode 7. Well, this episode actually talked about a lot of touching things, a lot of important things, especially in the black community and any community really. So, anyways, we're going to start off with Leland. He's on the turntables because he's practicing because he's going to be going against Rondo as a presentation the kids are going to put on for him so they can actually run the empire of Sugar Hill, baby Sugar Hill. You know I love Sugar Hill. So anyways, Rondo is kind of nervous and everything. So he's trying to make sure everything is together. He is, calling Chanel. He's calling Darnell, he's calling Leah, he's making sure that everything's in order, that they have the songs, that they have the music, the timing, to make sure they have everything together. So it actually like shows that Rondo is capable of, putting on a presentation. He's also capable of having the other family members fall in line. And actually, he's showing more of a presence to actually run Sugar Hill. So that was nice to see. That was nice to know. And also, Rondo's chilling with Leah. They're talking or whatever. They're at the studio because Leah is rehearsing. She's practicing for the performance, for the presentation is going to be putting on for her father. And she also throws a dig at Chanel. And she goes, Chanel's been going around town, which is AKA Lady Luck, going around town telling everybody that she can't release any of the music or any of the songs that she has because she has the masters, she owns the songs, and they can't be released without her permission. So basically Leah is like, that is not true. I own all my songs, all my masters, and I can put on any song that I want to, so it don't even matter. So I don't know why she's getting it twisted. So basically we see that there's still a little rivalry going on, but more likely the rivalry is going on with Leah. She still has like a beef with Chanel. And it's also kind of weird that, Leah is gravitating towards Rondo. So she's doing music with him. She's working with him more. And she just left Chanel, a.k.a. Lady Luck, deuces to the dust. So anyways, Asini stops by Darnell's house, the parents' house. And so, she brings food because usually when she lived there, she would bring food, snacks, and treats and everything for everybody. But since she's no longer living there, so she just stopped by to bring food, and she talks to Leland, and he's like, oh, so what's going on with you and Darnell? Darnell's downstairs. You should go down there and say hi to him. And she's like, no, not really, blah, blah, blah. And she was like, I don't think he wants me to. And then, Leland says, people have a funny way of showing love or showing how they feel about you, basically. So, and so anyways, Darnell's mother, she walks into the house and she goes, hi, Asini, how you doing? Blah, blah, blah. I'm going to go say hi to my son and let him know you're upstairs. So, Arsini also says in her confessionals that any other time she would have ran downstairs and locked Darnell in a room. They would have had a wonderful time or whatever. But this is not the case anymore because they are broken up. And so Darnell is downstairs in his studio with his producer. He is making music. He's chilling. His mom comes downstairs and tells him that, Isini's upstairs, blah, blah, blah. And he's debating whether he should go upstairs and talk to her. And his producer's like, well, go handle your business. That's your girl. She brought you food. That's yours or whatever. And, Asini's upstairs, like, she really wants to talk to Darnell. She really does. She really came by to see Darnell and talk to him, to have a conversation with him or whatever. But for some reason, it's not going right. It's not going well. So Darnell mom leaves the scene. Darnell decides not to come upstairs and talk to Asini. Asini decides that she has been waiting too long, so she's going to leave. And basically, Darnell is just like, everything's going well with me right now. My music's going well. I got this presentation to put on, and everything is positive in my life, and I don't have any drama. And right now, he really wants to stay on that path, and he feels like Asini brings him drama. So right now, he's just going to focus on the music, basically. So anyways, moving forward from that, Chanel mother, Chanel mother, and Chanel and her mother goes to a fashion show, and Samaya Reese is going to be, she's a celebrity star that's going to be walking down the runway or whatever. So as she is there, Asini comes, Lady Luck is there, and her mom, but at this moment, Chanel wants to take this moment to talk to her mother about her and Samaya Reese. I think that's her name, Samaya Reese. Her relationship or whatever. She wants to tell her mother that she wants to bring the relationship farther, and she wants to actually have a commitment ceremony with Samaya Reese, and she wants to know how her mother feels about it, and also how her mother feels about their relationship. And the mom says, I love you, I love Samaya Reese, she's wonderful, but I just don't understand. And she said, because I like men, so I just don't understand, I don't know. And she's like, in my Christian ways, I'm gonna have to talk to God about this. I need to come in a Jesus moment about this situation, because I just don't get it. But I know you are happy. So it's like that, basically. And it's just like, I hope her mom kind of finds it in her heart to support her daughter. I know everyone talks about, this gay issue or this gay agenda. I'm not pronouncing my words right at all. And we all know that, that possibly could be true as well, because you see it everywhere. And it's not like, I guess it's more out in the open, and people don't have to hide behind closed doors, which some people do or whatever. But when it's your child or your family member, you support them, to me, regardless, because that's your blood, that's your daughter, son. You know what I'm saying? Regardless, even though you have a right to have your opinion and stand in your word and your Christian ways, but just don't let that interfere with you supporting love for your daughter, because every child wants support from their family members, and especially from their mom or their father. And that's what unconditional love is. And she does unconditionally love her daughter, but she just doesn't understand why they gotta get married. But she would probably understand if it was a man. But she's raised in her ways, and that's what it is. But hopefully she can support her daughter, because somebody got somebody gay in their family, you know what I mean? And it's like, do you turn your back on them because you have a belief, or you turn your nose up to them because you have a belief? But that's your blood, you know what I mean? But anyway, so moving forward on that note, Leland is at the crib chilling, and he's talking to his son Antonio, basically talking about how's the business going, how's the money, blah blah blah. And then Leland Senior noticed on the cameras, I want cameras like that, son, that his son is outside by the pool. So he runs outside to go holler at his son or whatever. His son is Lilo. They call him Lilo. So anyways, he goes to talk to his son, and his son is down and depressed, and you can see it because he's worried, because his son is going to be facing jail time, because he got caught with some amount of drugs. I don't know if it was crack, I don't know if it was powder. If it was powder, maybe they'll be lenient on him. I don't know how the system works out there where they live at. But anyways, Leland's outside, he's talking to his son, and he's just trying to give his son hope, and just trying to let his son know that it's going to be all right, think positive, let's pray about this, and the whole nine. His son's like, yo, I'm just preparing for the worst. Basically, the old saying goes, hope for the best, but prepare for the worst. Basically, that's what's going on here. And you see, like, damn, this man is going to be facing charges, and he might be locked down. And it's like, nobody wants to go to jail, but some people belong there. But it's just like, damn, it's like, you know, they got money and, you know, they got attorneys, whatever. It's just like, um, it's up to the judge, basically. And that's what the son says. It's up to the judge. It's just, it's sad. You know what I mean? Because, he was hoping to, put on a presentation as well for his father, which, selling Sugar Hill merchandise, t-shirts, cups, dishes, I guess all different types of things with Sugar Hill Lego, um, um, with Sugar Hill logo on it. You know, I say Lego. I'm Eggo my Lego, Eggo my Lego. I don't know. Um, Basically, I be nervous when I be shooting these videos, and it's just like I have a problem. So, anyways, they're talking, and it's sad, whatever. And then, you know, Leland asked his son, "Does your mom know about this?" And he was like, "Nah, my mom don't know about this," you know. And then and Leland also gives us insight. Lilo also gives us insight that him and his mom are not really that close because his grandmother raised him and his mother's really hasn't been around. So basically he, you know, he didn't want to bother her and tell her, basically. So on that note, Leland Sr. meets up with Gigi, which is Lilo mother. They meet up at a shop and they have apple pie, whatever. And this show like had me almost in tears. When Leland, Gigi says, "How's everything? You know, how's everything going? How's the kids? Blah blah blah." And they're just talking and they're reminiscing. They have known each other for 31 years, and that's a long time. And also, I would like to say, it's really good to see that Leland has great relationships with all his baby's mothers, you know. So that means he might not be sleeping with all of them, but he takes care of his business. And it's so nice to see that he has good relationship with his kids, with his children's mothers. And so that's a lesson to everybody out there. You can have positive relationships with your children's mother, you know. So many ways. She's looking at him. She goes, "What's going on? Are you all right?" And he goes, "No, I'm not all right. I'm not all right." He was like, "I'm scared." When you hear him say he's scared, that like shook my soul. That shook my heart, you know. And he was like, Leland Jr. is going to court in a couple of days, and he may be facing charges. And I don't know what to do, man. This is some bullshit. You know, that's his son. He don't want him to be locked down behind bars because he knows his son ain't built for that. Nobody built to go to jail. Nobody wants their freedom taken away. So probation sounds good, right? Home confinement, right? So she's like, and he was like, Leland tells Gigi, "I need you to be there at the court or whatever." And she goes, "I'll be there, no problem." And she goes, "I know I haven't been there. I know I haven't been around." He was like, "No, that's neither here or there. That doesn't matter. Just show up at court." And it's just like Leland is just so forgiving. And he seems like he's just a wonderful guy and a wonderful father. And he knows how to have personal relationships with his family and his friends. And it's like, it's good to see that. And hopefully he can pass all that down to his children. You know, the humanity in him that he has. And it was sad to see because you could tell he was hurt, and you know, he's dealing with a lot. So it was sad. I wouldn't want my son to go to jail, you know. So anyways, they leave from that conversation. They move forward, and then Darnell's mother, Vanetta, I think that's her name, Vanetta, she calls Asini over to meet with her, and she wants to talk to Asini. I'm skipping over some things because I don't want this video to be so long. So she's talking to Asini. She calls Asini over to her house to talk to her, and Vanetta is there with her daughter Leah. So I didn't know Leah lived with the mother and not the father. So Darnell stays with the father. So anyways, it it was just like, okay, out of the blue. And Asini was like, I don't know why she's calling me. I don't know why she's calling me over, but you know what? I'll go there. I'll see what's up. I'll see what's good. I'll talk to her. So then Asini shows up. She's there at the house or whatever. And then Vanetta was like, how you doing? Like, hello. And then Leah's like, hello. But they look like they had mean mugs on and disgust in their eyes when they are getting ready to proceed to talk to Asini. That's the body language I picked up. I could be totally wrong. And so Vanetta says to Asini, you know, Donnell don't talk about y'all business. Donnell don't say anything about you and him, you and his relationship at all. But what I'm hearing, everything that you say, I hear. It comes back to me. Every time that you tell this one and that one anything, it comes back to me. And it's like, you know, you don't need to be out there telling nobody your business because they might not have good intentions. And she goes, I know you want to talk and communicate with people or whatever, but sometimes you have to be wary of who you talk to and who you're communicating to. And Vanetta says, I would tell this to my own daughter, you know, watch what you say, watch your mouth, you know, because everybody don't have good intentions basically. And so and then the screen goes to Asini talking to his, like, the father, Chanel talking to Samaya Reese, and basically she's talking about the family. But then Vanetta says, I was in the same position that you are in because, you know, Vanetta is Leland Sr.'s ex-wife or whatever. So maybe she really is giving her a lesson and really trying to teach her, but it just came off kind of ooey. But how do you tell somebody that in the correct form, in a correct manner where they won't get offended? So, you know, Asini's offended by it. She goes, my mama don't even check me. Nobody checks me. Well, maybe somebody should check you. I can understand how Asini feels because she felt like she was bamboozled. She was hoodwinked. And at the end, they was like, so you're good. Are you? So Asini was like, I'm in a good place. I'm in a good place. And I was like, oh, that's good. But it also seemed like they were looking down on her. Maybe they was and maybe they wasn't. But anyways, it is a lesson learned. And maybe she would choose different people to talk to. But Asini says she's going to talk to whoever she wants to talk to. It don't matter. But she was thrown off by it as well. Like, I'm thrown off too. So anyways, Chanel, she meets up with her stepfather, her dad, at the park, whatever, and she's telling her father that she wants to know if he would come to a commitment ceremony for her and Samaya Reese or whatever. And he goes, can't y'all do that by y'allselves? And but I'm glad that he got a chance to express himself more. And then Chanel was like, wow, please don't let it be like this, because, you know, that's my best friend, that's my father, that's all I know. He came into my life and he was like the male figure in my life, like the masculine energy in her life, because she was surrounded by feminine energy, you know. So anyways, and she then, Chanel says, Lady Luck says, you know, it's just, I want to share it with my family and my friends and things like that. You know, we have food, drinks. I want the people that I love, who are the closest to me, to be there, basically. And you can see, like, Chanel does wear her heart on her sleeves, and she is a sensitive person, which makes her sweet in so many different ways. But she's a talented artist. So the stepfather says, you know, does she make you happy? She goes, yeah, you know. And he goes, you know, don't worry about, you know how me and your mom are. You know what I'm saying? You know what we believe in and whatever, but it's not up to us. I can't say no to you. I can't tell you what to do or what not to do. And we all know you like girls. We've been to you like girls. And I can't say if God made you that way or if he didn't make you that way. But if that's what you want to do, then do it. You know, I'm not going to say no. She makes you happy. That's cool. He was like, so you going to marry her or whatever? And so Chanel was like, I'm going to buy the ring. And then if she's, I'm gonna keep the receipt, and if she says no, I will return it. So at least, and Chanel says she feels so good that her father still loves her, and he supports her, and he understands how she feels. And Chanel understands where they're coming from as well, because Chanel said earlier that she was raised in the church and she was brought up in the church, you know, but she doesn't want to go to hell because she loves Samaya Reese, you know. So anyways, but she's happy that her father is supporting her. I don't know if he's going to show up because I wasn't clear on that. But he gave her words of encouragement to keep strong. And Chanel says, as long as I have my mother, my stepfather, my father in my corner, I'm going to make it. I'm going to be tough, you know. So that was a nice touching scene. And, you know, and that kind of like, you know, a lot of Black people or minorities don't want to face it when someone in their family is gay, or they try to shun it, or just try not to act like it's an issue, which is not an issue at all unless you make it an issue. But if someone in your family you love totally, you love and you care about them, your love is unconditional. So no matter what, you still love them, you know. So anyways, now the whole family's gathered together at the house. This is the next day because it's time for Lilo to go to court. And his mom does show up. The whole family's there. Everyone's there. They go to court. They find out that he is being sentenced to 365 days in jail. That's a long time. An hour is a long time. A day is a long time. A week is a long time. And you can see Leland Sr. just hurt. So he leaves with his friend Pookie. They go to the graveyard and they visit his mom, and they put up roses, and they pull out a little liquor like Tupac. Pull out a little liquor from my dad homies. And it's Absolute vodka. I don't drink vodka anyways, but they pour some liquor, you know. And then, you know, he goes, my mom's here, and if my mom was alive, she would have paid any amount of money, did anything to make sure that that Lilo didn't go to jail. And she would be so hurt if she was living and she saw this. And then, you know, Leland Sr. is just hurt. You know, it's just like, damn, my mom's gone, my father's gone, my two brothers are gone, my son's in jail. The last 5 years has been so difficult for me. You know, he got money and everything, you know. He ain't worried about bills and stuff like that. He ain't struggling. But to deal with that inner pain and that inner hurt is some real shit. And, you know, that's deep, you know. That shit hurts. It's a lot of people dealing with a lot of hurt like that. And then on top of that, having financial issues and having struggles and problems regularly, and then dealing with death, you know. So it was really touching and really sad to see that. And not only does Leland Sr. goes through that, a lot of other families go through that. A lot of other families, you know, dealing with death, dealing with, you know, lost loved ones that left too early, too soon. And so, you know, Pookie is there with him, his best friend, family friend or whatever. He's like, you know, you got to let these kids run this business. You got to let these kids take over. And he goes, yeah, I don't want to do this by myself. I can't do this by myself. I want them to run the business. And he goes, you know, and, you know, he wants to make everything right. And, you know, his friend Pookie says, you know, you have the power to change everything. You can change everything and make it right in the family and make things better. And then Leland just sits there and just looks. Anyways, please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel and like my video. It'll be greatly appreciated. Peace, one love. I'm out.